Students, the previous video I have done relations and functions class 11th. I explained Cartesian product. Now the continuation. So in the previous video I have explained Cartesian product and I have completed 2.1 exercise. Today I am going to complete 2.2 exercise. The topic is relations. Before that, check that when you are talking about the Cartesian product, if you take A and B are two non-empty sets, A and B are two non-empty sets, you can consider you find A cross B. A cross B gives set of ordered pairs. A cross B gives set of ordered pairs. A cross B is equal to set of x comma y such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. After we have done B cross A also, generally A cross B is not equal to B cross A. If A is equal to B, A cross B is equal to B cross A. If any one of the set is empty set, either A or B an empty set, then A cross B also an empty set. B cross is empty set. If either A or B an empty set, A cross B is an empty set. Suppose if A and B are two sets and any one of the set is an infinite set, then A cross B also an infinite set. Those points we discussed. And also one more point we will discuss. Suppose if A cross B and B cross A, some n element is common, then number of elements common in A cross B and B cross A is equal to n of A cross B whole square. Suppose A and B having n elements common, then the number of elements common in A cross B and B cross is equal to n square. What is n here? Number of common elements in A and B. So number of common ordered pairs in A cross B and B cross is equal to, you will get n of A cross B whole square. Now after that, now here today I am going to discuss about few more points, important results on this. So it is important results. If A, B, C are three sets, then always this is true. A cross B union C equal to, now A cross B union A cross C. Suppose if it is intersection, A cross B intersection A cross C. Remember this result. Now if you use difference of two sets, A cross B minus A cross C, I can expand this cross product. Even you can see A cross B intersection P cross Q. In this result, A intersection P, I can write cross B intersection Q. Always this result is true. And also, if A is subset of B, whenever A is subset of B, then A cross C is a subset of B cross C. When A is subset of B, definitely you can take it any other set, apply Cartesian product both the sides. A cross C is a subset of B cross C. Whenever A is subset of B, then A cross C is a subset of B cross C, that you can remember. And now coming to the sixth property. Just you look at the sixth property. Now, if A is subset of B, that means B is having all the elements of A, then A cross B intersection B cross A. Take A cross B cross A, definitely that should be equal to A cross A. The elements of A cross A is nothing but common elements of this. Always you will get common elements of that. Now, same, if A is subset of B and C is subset of D, then A cross C is a subset of B cross D. That result is also always true. And also, suppose if A cross B equal to B cross A, definitely if and only if A is equal to B. Now the ninth one. Here I am using De Morgan law. A cross B dash intersection C dash. These are the complements, right? They are talking about the complements here, right? This is B dash intersection C complement. B complement intersection C complement whole dash. We know De Morgan law. So you apply De Morgan law, you will get B dash whole dash is B, intersection will become union, intersection will become union, B union C. So the result will become A cross B union A cross C. Similarly, now A cross B dash union C dash whole dash, De Morgan law. When you are talking about the De Morgan law, this will become A cross B, this will become B intersection C. So now you can expand A cross B intersection A cross C. So these are the main 10 properties you should remember when you are doing the relations, like we can remember better to solve quickly the problems in entrance exam. Now I am going to discuss about the relations. Just we completed Cartesian product in the previous video, and I given now just the properties of Cartesian product. Now I am talking about the relation. What is the actual meaning of relation? Suppose when I have taken A is equal to set of 1 comma 2, I have taken B is equal to set of A comma B comma C. Just you take two non-empty sets. I have taken Cartesian product. A cross B is equal to, just using our Cartesian product, 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B and 2C. I have taken the elements. So you know number of roots in A cross B, 2 into 3, it will be 6. 6 ordered base we have. So what is the meaning of relation? Every subset of A cross B is known as a relation from A to B. Every subset of A cross B is known as a relation from A to B. I will define A cross B. Suppose if I take, now you can see, let it be R1. When I have taken R1, I have taken 1A and 2C. Check that whether it is subset of A cross B or not. Yes, these two elements are here. It is a subset of A cross B, right? If it is a subset of A cross B, then I can say R1 is a relation from A to B. Again, R1 is a relation from A to B. R1 is a relation from A to B. R1 is a relation from A to B. I can define like this. R1 is a relation from A to B. It's A to B. Suppose if you take R2. R2 means you write 1B, 1C. I have taken 1C. So 2B. I have taken like this. It is a subset of A cross B. Then I can say R2 is a relation. R2 is a relation from A to B. It is a relation from A to B. Like this I can define it as a relation. So if you want to talk about the relation between two sets, first you find Cartesian product. Every subset of Cartesian product is known as a relation. So here you can see R1, R2. That means if R is subset of A cross B, then R is a relation from A to B. I can conclude if R is a subset of A cross B, if R is a subset of A cross B, then R is a relation from the set A to the set B. From the set A to the set B. So by example we have done, right? By example we have done, then you can understand, right? If R is a subset of A cross B, then R is a relation from the set A to the set B. Like that we can define the relation, every subset of that. Then I have doubt. Sorry, subsets you can write here. When you are writing subset, you can see, when I am talking about the subset, see in this one also you can see, I have written like this. Suppose if I take, you are talking about every subset of A cross B is a relation, right? Suppose what about empty set? Suppose if I take empty set also is a subset of A cross B, right? Empty set always, because empty set is subset of A cross B, right? That means if R is equal to empty set which is subset of A cross B, then I can say this R is called void relation or empty relation. Then I can say R is called void relation, or I can say empty relation. Void relation or empty relation. I can say empty relation if it is also A cross B. Even I can also suppose when you are talking about this one, so if I take entire set, suppose the entire set, if R is equal to subset of A cross B, if R is equal to, so because it is a subset, right? If R is equal to A cross B, then R is called universal relation, because R is equal to A cross B. Because A cross B is a subset of A cross B, right? A set is a subset of itself. A set is a subset of itself. So if R is equal to A cross B, then R is called, you can say R is called universal relation. I can say R is called universal relation. R is called universal from the set A to the set B. It's called universal relation. This is called void relation. This is called universal relation. So empty relation and universal relations are called trivial relations from the set A to the set B. These two are called, when you are talking about void relation and universal relation together are called trivial relations. Trivial relation, these two are called trivial relations. So when they are talking about these two relations, so remember together, so void relation and universal relation, so these two are called trivial relations. Trivial relations. If any relation other than these two are called non-trivial relations. If any relation other than these two are called non-trivial relations. So you remember, if any relation other than these two are called non-trivial relations. Correct? We have these two means trivial relations. Any relation other than two are called non-trivial relation. Understood? You can say non-trivial relation. Why? Because you can see, for example, I have taken A cross B. I have taken like what do you say? Like R1 is equal to, I have written like 1B and 2C. It is a subset of A cross B, right? But it is not empty relation, it is not universal relation. So here R1 is called non-trivial relation. I can say R1 is called non-trivial relation from the set A to the B. It's called non-trivial relation. You can say no, it is a non-trivial relation. So like that we remember these two are trivial relations. The relation which is not trivial is called non-trivial relation. Now here I can also discuss, when I am talking about the relation, so here they will discuss about what is a domain, what is a range. When I am talking about domain and before that also I can discuss, suppose when I am talking A1, 2, B, A, B, C. I told every subset of A cross B is known as a relation, right? Every subset of A cross B is known as a relation. Suppose A is having 2 elements, B is having 3 elements, right? So n of A cross B, we know this, it will be 2 into 3, 6, right? What is the number of subsets of A cross B? You can think about number of subsets of A cross B. So which is equal to 2 power n of A cross B, right? Which is equal to 2 power 6. Correct? 2 power 6. Number of subsets of A cross 2 power 6. But just now I give an idea about that. What I discussed about now, just now before. Every subset of A cross B is known as a relation from the set A to the set B. Now I have taken number of subsets is equal to 2 power 6. So you will get 64. That means number of subsets of A cross B is nothing but number of relations. So I can write number of relations. So number of relations that can be defined. From the set A to the set B. To the set B equal to, you will get 2 power n of A cross B. So which is equal to 2 power 6, 64. Both are same. Number of relations that can be defined from the set A to the set B equal to 2 power n of A cross B, which is equal to 2 power 6. I can define like this, that will be 2 power 6. Correct? I have mentioned here, right? So these are the values of 2 power 6. You got 64, you both are equal. So now in general, suppose if A is having n elements, suppose in general you remember, suppose A is having m elements. So you can remember in general, if A is having n of A is equal to m elements, n of B is having n elements, when they are talking like this, then you know here what is the number of relations that can be defined. I can write number of relations. So number of relations that can be defined, from the set A to the set B, from the set A to the set B, which is equal to 2 power n of A cross B. Okay, from the set A to the set B, so 2 power mn. This will be the formula to write number of relations. Like that, we should know number of relations. Now, after that, we can think about here. We will discuss about here. You take any relation. The relation we can express in two ways. One is roster form and there is set builder form. So you take any relation. So we can express roster form. How you learn in sets, set builder form. Roster form, set builder form. We can express roster form, set builder form. Another one I can express that roster form, set builder form, and I can also write visual representation. Visual representation. We can also do the visual representation. This is called arrow diagram. We can do visual representation also. Roster form, set builder form, visual representation. We can also say arrow diagram. Visual representation is known as arrow diagram. So in three ways I can express. Roster form, set builder form, visual representation. So now you can see here. Now, these are the three ways we can express. Before that, now I am going to discuss about even what is the domain of the relation, what is the range of the relation. Now I can discuss about the I told just now we discussed about we can express any relation in three ways representation. One is I told roster form, another one is a set builder form, another one is visual representation. Arrow diagram is known as visual representation. For example, I have taken A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equal to, I have taken 1, 4, 9, 16. I have taken like this. Suppose I have taken one relation here. Suppose you can see I have written a relation. I have taken R is equal to, I have written this 1, 4 and I have written 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9 and 4, 16. I have taken like this. Just I have taken like this. We will get so many. You will get 4 into 4, 16 you will get. So not 4 into 4, it is 2, 4, 16 you will get. Just I have taken. It is a subset of, see this R is subset of A cross B. It is a subset of A cross B. I have taken 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16. This is called roster form. This is known as roster form. Roster form. How to write set builder form of this? What is set builder form means? I can write this relation is equal to, if you observe here, the second element is square of the first element. Second element is the square of the first element. I can write ordered pairs xy such that y is equal to x square. I can consider y equal to x square here. If I can express like this, set builder form y equal to x square, I can write the y equal to x square, x belongs to A. I can consider like this, right? X belongs to A. I have taken y belongs to B only. X belongs to A. I can consider x belongs to A. Y belongs to B. So this element y equal to x square. Y equal to x square. In this I have written here. So this is known as set builder method. Set builder form. So this is roster form. This is set builder form, right? I can write set builder form. Right, set builder, I get set builder form, roster and set builder form. Suppose they are asking visual representation, arrow diagram. What is the visual arrow diagram? I can consider like this. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. I can write 1, 4, 9, 16. So I can add 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 9, 4, 2, 6. So this is known as visual representation. So this is set A, this is set B. So just we can say this is called visual representation. We can say this is visual representation. This is visual representation. Like this you can express. Now I am going to discuss about domain, range and codomain. If we take any relation, the set of first elements is known as domain. The set of first elements is known as domain. So if we take the set of first elements 1, 2, 3, 4, the set of first elements is known as domain. The set of second elements is known as range. Even I can, for example, I have written R1 is equal to, I have written only 1 1, I have written like 1 4, I have written 2 4 and 3 16 something I have written. It is a subset. R1 is a subset of A cross B. It is a relation. R1 is the relation. Now here again domain is equal to the set of first elements. Here you can see 1 2 3. I am not talking about this one. The set of first elements is the given relation. So 1 2 3. 1 is repeated, take only one time in the set. 1 2 3. What about range here? When I am talking about range, set of second elements. When they are talking set of second elements, I can write 1 4 16. The set of second elements. In the given relation, the set of first elements is known in the given relation, in all the ordered in the given relation, the set of first elements is known as domain. The set of second elements is known as range. What about codomain? Entire B is called codomain. The whole set B. So when I talk codomain, the whole set B is called codomain. But you can check here. Range is always subset of codomain. That also remember. Always remember, range is subset of codomain. Range is subset of codomain or sometimes equal. So you remember like that. In any relation, the set of first elements is known as domain. In any relation, in the all ordered base, in any relation, the set of second elements in the ordered base. In any relation, the set of first elements in the given ordered base is known as domain. In any relation, the set of second elements of the given ordered base is known as range. And the whole set B is called codomain. Always remember, range is subset of codomain. Always we know that range is subset of codomain. So these are the things we learned, the related theory part. Now I am going to explain the exercise 2.2. Now I am going to explain the first problem in second exercise 2.2. The exercise is 2.2. In relation to exercise 2.2. Now you can see here the given A is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 14. A is having 14 elements from the 1, 2, 3, 14. Define a relation R from A to A. So by R is equal to the given set builder form they are given x comma such that 3x minus y equal to 0, xy belongs to A. In set builder form, they are given relation between x and y. X is the first element, y is the second element. They are given relation. You use this find roster form. From that you find domain, codomain and range. They are asking here. The relation is A to A only. Now when they are asking the relation A to A, now you can check here. When they are asking this, from this I can write 3x minus y equal to 0 means 3x minus y equal to 0 means I can write y is equal to 3x. So the second element should be multiple of 3, right? 3 times of the first element, right? So I can consider these are the elements of this. So when I have taken now here, I can write the relation R. So you take the first element 1. So multiple of 3 into 1, 3. This will be 3. Take 2 now, 6. If you take 3, 9. If you take 4, it will be 12, right? If you take 5, 5 means 15 it will come. 15 is not there. The rule is when you are writing R, it is a subset of A cross A here. It's a subset of A cross A, right? Because R is a subset of A cross A, right? That means the elements in the given ordered base, the first element, second element should be in A only. That's the reason I can't consider 5 comma 15. So I can end it. You will get only this one. So this is we have R. I have written roster form. The set of first elements is known as domain. I can write. So domain equal to set of 1, 2, 3, 4 I can write. This will be domain. Now I am talking about the range. So range is the set of second elements. So range will be 3, 6, 9, 12. When they are talking about the codomain, the whole set B, generally there is no B, in the A only here, the whole set A is called codomain. I can write the entire set A is called codomain, which is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 14. That will be right. We will get this one only right. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4. This one codomain because A to A cross A. So like this we have completed the first problem. This is very simple. Just write this one into roster form. From that, take the set of first elements gives domain, the set of second elements gives range. The whole set A is called codomain. Now I am going to do the next problem. Now see in this problem, they are asking different relation R on the set of natural and the set n of natural numbers by R equal to x comma y such that y equal to x plus 5. The given set builder form y equal to x plus 5. X is a natural number. Less than 4, they are saying less than 4. Xy belongs to n. So depict this relationship using roster form. Think about the roster form. Write the domain and range. Now you can see here when they are given roster form, the elements from the natural numbers if we take x less than number less than 4. So x number less than 4 means this is x less than 4 and x belongs to n. So I can consider x is equal to 1, 2, 3. Only these three numbers, right? Then R is equal to, I get the x ordered pace. So x is equal to 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. You will get 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. I will get 3, 8. Correct? Because this is the given relation y equal to x plus 5. I got this one. Correct? So then by arrow diagram also can represent like this. When I am taking like this, I am getting here, you can see this is 1, 2, 3, I have here 6, 7, 8, right? I can add here 1, 2, 6, 2, 2, 7, 3, 2, 8. This is arrow diagram for this relation. For this relation, this is the arrow diagram. But when they are talking about the, you can see here, in this relation, what is the domain here? So you can think about, when they are talking about domain of this. So they are asking domain, set of first elements, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is domain. And range is equal to, when the set of second elements, right? I get a set of 6, 7, 8. So 6, 7, 8. So this will give the range. This is a very simple problem. Now I am going to explain the third. Now see in this problem, they are given A equal to 1, 2, 3, 5, B equal to 4, 6, 9, R equal to set of x comma y. The difference between x and y is odd. X belongs to A, y belongs to B. Write in roster form. They are asking only roster form. So the difference between x and y is odd. You can suppose if we start with, they are asking roster form, right? R is equal to, take the first element 1. Check with 1. 1 minus 4, 3. I can consider. Difference between this is odd number. 1 minus 6, 5 I can consider. 1, 6 I can consider. If you take 1, 9, the difference is 8. I don't want that. Now coming to this. If I take 2, 2, 4, the difference is even number. I can take 2, 6. 2, 6 if you take 2, 6 for the difference is even number, right? So 2, 9, difference is 7, odd number. So 2, 9, right? I can consider 2, 9. The difference should be odd number. Now again with the 3. Difference 3 and 4 is 1, right? So I can consider 3, 4. And 3, 6 also. 3 I can consider 3, 6. If you take 3 and 9, difference is 6. I don't want that, right? Now, if you take 5, 5, 4, I can consider 5, 4 because difference is odd number. 5, 6 also I can consider, difference is odd number. 5, 9, difference is 4, even number, we don't want that. The difference should be odd number, so I can conclude this. This will be R. There are only difference between x and y is odd. That we have written here. Now from this is roster form, that's all. They are asking write the roster form. Now I will do the next problem. See in this problem, they are given this figure. From this figure, the given relation you should write set builder form, roster form, domain and range. They are asking now. You can see here, if we compare any relation is there in between, common relation, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 6. If you observe here, so you can see, if 5 minus 2, 3, 6 minus 2, 4, 7 minus 2, 6. So from each element of P, you can subtract 2, it gives the element of Q. So in what way I can write the set builder form? I can write here R is equal to set of x comma y such that you can see the relation between. Suppose I can take y is equal to x minus 2 because the difference is 2. Common difference, every difference is 2. So I can write y is equal to x minus 2. Correct? I can y equal to x minus 2. I can take the elements, I can take where can I take x and y belongs to PQ, right? So the rule here, y equal to x minus 2, and I can consider x belongs, the definitely I can consider right here. So when I write an ordered pair, y equal to x minus 2, where x is equal to 5, 6, 7, I can consider. Where x is equal to 5, 6, 7, that way I can consider, right? X is equal to 5, 6, I can consider. X is equal to 5, 6, 7. Anyhow, x belongs to P, y belongs to Q. I can write x belongs to P, y belongs to Q. So this is known as set builder form. This is known as set builder form. X belongs to P, y belongs to Q. You can verify. Now coming to the roster form. When they are talking roster form, very simple, right? 5 comma 3. I can write 6 comma 4, 7 comma 6, correct? After writing roster, what is the domain of this? So 5, 6, 7, I can write the domain is 5, 6, 7. The range, the sentence at BQ is given, right? I can write is equal to 3, 4, 6. That will be range. The set of second elements in the given ordered pair is known as range. Domain is in the given relation. The set of elements of the ordered pairs is known as domain. 5, 6, 7 domain, range 3, 4, 6 is the range. Now I am going to explain the next problem. Now in this problem they are asking find domain and range of writing roster form. So should I write roster form, find domain and range. Again a equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. The R be the relation on a defined by set of order to A comma B. AB belongs to A. B is exactly divisible by A. The rule is B is exactly divisible by A. When B is exactly divisible by A means you can think about R. R is equal to set of. So again the relation from A on A only. So I can R be relation on A. That means R is subset of A cross A, right? You remember R is subset of A cross A, right? With the relation R is a subset of A cross A. Then you are thinking about this R is equal to, so 1. B is exactly divisible by A. So 1 divides every number, right? So that means 1, 1. I can write 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. I can write 1, 6, right? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 6. B is exactly divisible by A. I can write after this. I can also write here. I am writing set roster form, right? I am writing roster form. If we take 2, so this means you can see 2. So 2 divides here, 2 divides 2, right? 2 divides 4 and 2 divides 6, right? 2 divides 6. Next I can think about 3. 3 divides 3, 3 divides 6, correct? Next 4 divides 4, 6 divides 6. So these are the possible. B is the second element should be divisible by the first element. So these are the possible. So I have written roster form. What is the domain? The set of first elements gives 1, 2, 3, 1. Can see 1 here, 2. I can consider 3, 4, 6. So I can write domain is equal to, directly you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, right? Which is equal to A. Even you can think about range. Range also same thing, right? You can see you are covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So that only repetition is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, which is equal to A. See, domain and range both are equal to A. We have written roster form. After that, I have written domain and range. Now I will explain the next. So now see in the sixth problem, the given R is equal to ordered. They are given ordered x comma x plus 5. X belongs to this set. They are given this. Find domain and range of R. So they are given set builder form. First I will write roster form. From that we can write domain and range of R. We can write. Now you can see when I have taken R is equal to, correct? Then you can write R is equal to, you take the first element 0. So 0 plus 5, 0, 5. I can consider 1, 6. Suppose if you take 2, 7 and 3, 8. I can consider 3, 8, 4, 9 and 5, 10, right? Just substitute the values of x here. You will get all the ordered pairs. Now this is roster form. Now we are talking about domain here. So if they talk about domain here, the set of first elements 0, correct? Again set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything will come right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will come. When they talk about range, the set of second elements, right, you will get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all. Of writing roster form, take the set of first elements, domain in the given ordered base. Again, you take the second elements, it gives range, domain and range. Now we'll do the next. Now in this problem, you can see the given r is equal to x comma x cube. X is a prime number less than 10. They are talking about the prime number less than 10. X is a prime number less than 10 means you can see the prime number less than 10 you can think. So x will be equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, right? Only these are the four numbers, right? Which are prime number less than 10. 2, 3, 5, 7 you will get less than 10. Now x comma x cube if you write. Think about this one. 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27, 5 cube 125, and you write 7 cube, right, 243, right? You can write here. So 49, so you can see here. So this will be, I can write 7 cube, right, 343, right? 343 will get 7 comma 343. So this will come here. So this is they're asking only roster form. That's all. Now I will do the next problem. In this problem they're asking find the number of relations from A to B. So when they're asking number of relations, I told every subset of A cross B is known as a relation. Every subset of A cross B is known as a relation from A to B. Now we can think how many subsets can you write for A cross B. So we know the number of subsets of A cross B is equal to 2 power n of A cross B. That should be equal to number of relations. So I can write here the number of relations. So I can write here number of relations. So from A to B, that can be defined from A to B, which is equal to 2 power n of A cross B, which is equal to 2 power n of A cross B means you know here the element this is n of A into n of B, right? So you write 2 power, this is element 3 into 2, we can write 2 power 6, so 64 will get, right? This will be the number of relations we can define from the set A to the set B. 3 into 2 power 6, 64 relations, number of relations we can define 64. Now I am going to complete the last problem, the ninth one. Now you can see in the last problem, R be the relation on Z defined by R equal to set of A comma B ordered by A comma B, AB belongs to Z, A minus B as an integer. They are saying the difference between these two, A minus B is an integer. If you take any two integers, the difference again is an integer, right? The difference of two again is an integer always. You have taken AB belongs to Z. You have taken AB belongs to Z. Again you have taken A minus B belongs to Z. So difference of two integers is again an integer. So the difference is an integer, right? It belongs to Z. So difference of the integer, it belongs to Z, right? So when I take it as an integer, now you can think. When they are asking the element you have taken A, the first element you have taken from Z instead of integers. So what they are asking domain. So domain should be equal to the set of integers, right? It will be equal to Z, the set of integers. Z is the set of integers because the first element you are taking from that. Even the second element you are taking from that only. Because the difference also will come that only. They are saying here the difference is an integer. So the element A and B you are taking from Z only. So that is the meaning here. Range also equal to Z. So domain equal to Z, range also is equal to Z. So we have completed the 2.2 exercise. We have 9 problems. I have completed now. So the next topic are like functions. Again I will give the brief about Cartesian product and relations. I will continue in the next video. I will upload like the related functions 2.3. I will complete 2.3. If time permits, I can also do miscellaneous exercise. Otherwise, I will do separate video. That for miscellaneous exercise. I am doing short videos, so better to learn. So if you have any doubt, send me in the comment box. I can help you. Definitely I can help you. So I will complete one by one all the exercises. Simultaneously I am doing NCERT exemplar also. It helps you a lot. For entrance point of view, it helps you a lot. So maybe I am going to the next video onwards. Tomorrow I am going to start JEE main crash course. You can also follow that. So just if you are following my channel, so please subscribe and like this. And for no more number of videos, I will do that forever, like to help you, definitely to help you. So you can in the comment blocks please write me, express me your views, your ideas to share with me. Definitely I will do my wonderful job. I will do that. Always I will be with you to help you to improve your maths with the help of me. Definitely I will do that. Thank you.